Buenos nachos, amigos, and welcome to Hallyujuku, a podcast about East Asian pop culture, mostly K-pop, but sometimes we dabble in some J-pop, some things about dramas, TV, other things as well. We'd like to just kind of like be inclusionary and let ourselves kind of roam a bit, but we are pretty grounded in K-pop most of the times. I'm Petey Rave, your man with no plan. Here with me, as always, is my tag team partner, my partner in crime, my right-hand man to my left-hand side, Brandon Cooper, a.k.a. King Kaz. How you doing, Kaz?
I am doing good.
Mm-hmm. We're here, we're chilling, we're hanging out, we're talking about East Asian pop culture.
Yeah.
We start off every episode talking about what's new. The A block is about what's caught our attention. Kaz, yeah. What's going on? What's new?
I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna say this off the top. I like these other two songs I picked. I really like these other two songs I picked. One of them, I think we already did. Maybe I'm not sure, but whatever. But it's all about the third song for me right now. It's all about my third song, so just stick with me. All right, but first up is just a dude that I love. And I kind of picked it, once again, I apologize because I'm going to talk way more about the visuals of this thing than the actual music of this thing. But I talked about this person so much. It's Crush. It's featuring Zico. And I forgot the name of the song already. It's called Serial. It's an amazing, simple video, right? It's an in-the-box video, right? So let's start with what we know. It's an in-the-box video. It's in a room. It's just reacting to the camera. But the thing about it, the real thing about it, is they're using a camera technology that is really super new, which is using a robot to make the hard cuts. So those aren't transitions. Those are just using a robot that knows its axes to go from one position to the other position while keeping focus. Yeah. And it is just an amazing thing. If you really, really want to dig into it, MKBHD did a video about this robot. It's super amazing. The song is fucking awesome. As you know, I love Crush. I think Crush is a fucking amazing K-pop R&B artist. And then this track just gets a boost by having Zico on it. Yeah. I don't think it's necessarily helped or made better. I think it just gets a boost with having Zico on it because I think it's a song that stands on its own. It's just a super chill R&B track by Crush.
Yeah,
killing it. Just fucking killing it.
I was kind of like surprised by Zico's look. I will say, if I remember correctly, he's rocking the new Korean bad boy look. Which is
the kind of long undone hair. Yeah. Like we're kind of Zico being we've gotten used to Zico being more hip hop in the last couple of years, and it looks like he's just chill. It looks like they just caught him and we're like, yo, you want to come do this video? I was just doing some grocery shopping, but I guess I guess I'll come do this. Like I ain't got no chains or no watches on me right now. Yeah. They're like, no, it's super chill, don't worry about it. He's like, all right, cool.
But the crazy thing is he looks like that, but I guarantee you those clothes are more expensive than everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can pick up that.
All right. Yeah, that's his Zico grocery shops in $10,000. That's what it is. Exactly. All right. So going off from that to left field, like we literally are on the left field. This is Twice. This is Twice. We're going from Crush and Zico to Twice with Dance the Night Away. This track just caught me off guard. I like Twice. I don't dislike a lot of the Twice tracks. I actually like a lot of them, but like I've said, they're kind of just K-pop tracks. They're really forgettable except for the moment or month that they're in. And then next month rolls around and you're on to a new one. But this one kind of has some staying power for me. I really like this one.
Yeah, I think it's fun. Twice doesn't. They don't. JYP and the team behind Twice don't pretend to be doing anything different or anything special with toys. They don't pretend. They have no pretense.
They're not acting like they're reinventing anything, but they're just making sure they do it really well.
Yeah, they're a type pop machine. I say this song is good. I think there's a lot to really like. The performance is fun. The video is fun. I wish there was more of a hook. Like when I come to a Twice song, I want like a catchy hook with a fun dance move. Like, you know, give me your TT.
Maybe that's what I kind of enjoyed, is that it's just like just like a really fun song, and I kind of like that more than the kind of K-pop like let's live and die on the soundbite.
Yeah. And I think like it's nice. I think that it's nice that they go for something different. I think it's one of those things where it's like they've all lived on that wheelhouse, and I've kind of like, it's one of those like I want that hook. I guess but it's good. It's a good song.
All right. Not to rush Twice out, but I really want to spend a little more time on this. So this is Jay Park with his American attack. He's just he's just coming at it. This one, I really enjoyed this one. I liked Soju. I thought Soju was really good. I thought it had a good feature, which is what I'm going to talk about here, because I don't think this one has good features.
No. Well, it has a good feature.
It has a good feature, right? So the thing I love about this track, I know how much we joke, and even to an extent, Jay Park jokes about his rapping, but it is so on point in this, right? It is so specifically tailored to being on point to this. There's a line specifically that's like, I do R&B, but they keep asking me to rap because you motherfuckers are fucking it up. Like, I love that. Just that in itself is what we have been talking about for Jay Park, right? He is this person that he could just do R&B. He could literally just do R&B and exist in that realm. He could attack America, coming into America, doing just R&B. But he's taking the stance as like, yes, I am the K-pop kid who's an R&B artist. But I rap because it's fun, and I rap because why not? Nobody else is gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like I love the bravado he's putting into it.
Yeah, you can be. You know, we kind of joke about. You know, you can. You know, the memes and the jokes about kind of Jay Park the fuckboy.
Yeah.
But I've gone back and forth on this song. I think like there's a lot to like about this. Of course, like, you know, I'm the guy that wants the Jay Park I want in my heart is the R&B Jay Park.
Right.
And this is definitely like, you know, a lot of in your face bravado and him trying to kind of fit into a modern style. I think it's done well. Gashi does a solid feature on this. I had never heard I'd heard of Rich the Kid, but I never heard Rich the Kid. I'm not impressed.
Yeah.
It's like,
I had the same feeling where I was like, I've never heard Rich the Kid, and I could do without having ever heard Rich the Kid.
I almost want to say, I want to believe that he just kind of phoned. At this point, it feels like he phoned this feature in, and I want to believe he phoned this feature in because I don't want this to be him on his good. I don't want this to be good, Rich the Kid, because then I won't ever want to hear Rich the Kid ever again.
I take this from two ways as a marketing standpoint, right? You put this kind of weird unknown rapper in there, Ngashi, right? And him and Jay Park really kill it, right? Their verses really are strong. And then you have Rich the Kid, who's probably a little more well known in the coming up rap scene. So people are like, "Oh shit, Rich the Kid." Anyone who gives a fuck about rap is gonna hear those other two verses and be like, "Oh shit!" Like these motherfuckers are actually really good. And then you're gonna either you either like the Rich the Kid type of shit or you don't. but I understand what the marketing machine behind Jay Park is doing right now. It's the same thing with the feature of having 2 Chainz. Is you're just trying to attack that audience a little bit. At the end of the day, I think even if you take what he says in his verse, Jay Park is going to be R&B Jay Park at the end of the day. He's just doing things to establish himself in that area where he's going to end up featuring on these other people's songs as R&B Jay Park. You know what I mean? He's going to be singing hooks. He's going to be doing those things that R&B artists do on other rappers' songs. But I think he's just trying to make a really powerful push towards hip hop in America. And I think it's just the smart thing to do, even if that's not what his sound is going to be at the end of the day. Yeah. Like, I think Jay Park is super smart. I've seen the way we've seen how he kind of took over in Korea. And if he keeps that same business sense and understanding of music and understanding of sound and understanding of what people want to hear, we're going to get the Jay Park tracks that we want from Jay Park, but he's going to put out so much shit that other people want to hear as well, even if we don't want to hear it, and he's just going to fucking win. And I just love that. And that's why I love Jay Park. The dude is so fucking smart. The dude is so fucking calculated. And I can't wait. I can't wait.
I look forward to seeing branch out and succeed more. It's gonna be cool. Yeah, you know, we like Jay Park around here. It's very fantastic,
right? Because good news stories that we talk about, where I'm gonna say some people need to take some plays out of the Jay Park book. You need to go into the Jay Park playbook and be like, we need to run this one right here.
Yeah, run the 1-2 post fuck you CEO play. But that'll be in headlines, so look forward to that. But moving on, I've got a couple of songs, a couple of things that caught my attention. Let's just kind of stick to the songs. This just dropped like literally today, as we're recording this, which was exciting for me. Mamamoo, my girls, Mamamoo, as they are featured up there behind me in those banners. Mamamoo are back with their new track, Egotistic, or Nonahe, and I love it. Like, I love it. I'm starting with my strong big hitter first, as you know. It is fantastic. It has a really great vibe to it. It has a really nice Spanish sound, like the Spanish influence.
Yeah,
sound.
that Spanish guitar.
Yeah, Spanish guitar. It has such a nice like
fucking. I thought they were gonna bring out fucking. God damn, I can't think of his name. No. The guitar guy.
Oh, Santana.
Yes, I expected Santana to come out playing a fucking guitar at some point.
I'll do a smooth cover. But yeah, it's so cool. It's such a like good vibe to it, like a good personality, good like bravado. I guess in a sense, it's has some fantastic sass. It is, you know, it is such a good energy. Like their singing is fantastic. The energy of the song is fantastic. Like how it's
like, and it just full on has that like they went full on into that Latin sound, right? Like this is literally not K-pop version of the Latin sound. This is Latin sound music. You know what I mean? Like it is full on that. Yeah. And I love it. I love when they do that, right? I love when they don't do the K-pop version of something. Like, I love when artists just do, I can do that, and I'm going to do that.
Yeah. And also, they all look fantastic. Like, they just, so their look in this video is just, like, so, just
yeah, it's very Shakira to me. Like, there's so much of it that reminds me of a lot of Shakira videos, and I'm just like, that's the vibe I'm getting, and I'm with it. I'm with it. Like,
yeah, they all.
I don't care how you feel about Shakira, but if you know anything about like domination of Latin music,
I remember when Shakira was a brunette. I remember that back in the day. But yeah, so like it is so good. Like the confidence, the kind of the sass, the in your faceness of it. Like I think this is Mamamoo continuing to have their swag on. Like it is. It's so good. Like
and this is really great to me. I don't know how this plays for other people, but like, because we're still in the mix of like the going back to the normal K-pop sound and still using the island sound a lot.
Yeah.
So this is so drastically different that I'm so in love with it because of that.
Yeah, like it's so well constructed on that, and it does it does it so well, and like like Solar looks amazing, Moonbyul looks awesome, gorgeous, Hwasa looks like a badass, like and Huyen just looks amazing, like they just the vocals, everything just fantastic. I love Mamamoo. This is just another great entry. I'm looking forward to just ordering this on Yes Asia at some point. Getting that next one, probably gonna go right next to all the other ones because I'm all caught up. But yeah, great track. Go check it out. Mamamoo, always and forever. Moving forward to another track, a kind of. This one's not as high. There's gonna come down a bit in hype, but it's still a good track. It's kind of a surprise little like subunit from Gugudan Semina, made up of Sejong, Mina, and Nayoung, aka the ones from Produce 101 that everybody cared about. Like, they came out with their own unit track called Semina, or more Semina, which is Jealous. It's a good track. It's pretty catchy. It's fun. The video is fun. I think it works well for them. I think it showcases their strengths. And I think I would say their strengths do a good job of showcasing themselves and definitely lifting the song. I think the song is good, but probably not exactly memorable on its own. But I think their performance of it and their execution of it really does a lot for it. And they do it really well. I don't know. Well, what did you think, Ez?
Definitely just like generic K-pop, but I do like the visuals that they have. When we're talking about those kind of K-pop standards, the visuals definitely are good. The attitude is definitely good, and their vocals are pretty awesome, which is why I guess they're very standoutish in this group that they're in. So, yeah. But it will definitely play in the K-pop idol market. Like in Asia, it'll play for like the crossover K-pop fans.
Yeah.
But it's just it's kind of forgettable for the people who have. I don't want to like put us at like a higher level. Just like the more eccentric K-pop fan, like who likes kind of a deeper creative sound.
Yeah, I'm more like it. It's there's not a lot to like say sink your teeth in musically, but it's fun. It's a fun track to just bump on your playlist. Kind of if it it's probably included in the K party dance mix, so it'd be a nice when we're just jamming that. It's a welcome song there, so I think it works well. I think they're all featured well, and they put it on a good performance. So, Gugudan Seminar, check that out. Another track. So finally, a solo debut. I'm still doing girl groups. Again, I'm the girl group guy, I guess. I don't know. Gyeongri of Nine Muses, for whatever is left of Nine Muses, finally has her debut solo track in Blue Moon or Ajebam. And it's a pretty solid track. It's a really solid video, and it's a solid, interesting track. It's not what would I say, the most like high energy, but it has a nice vibe to it. It definitely goes for more of a being vibe centric and being more of like a sensuality.
Yeah. I kind of have I like her super elegant looks in this video, right? Like the like kind of all black sequence dress and the like really colorful set. I almost feel like it doesn't fit her voice and her visual to have her dressed up sexy, weirdly. Like, I like her as like this kind of super elegant like idol like visual. Like, I really enjoyed that visual in this video. And I'm like, I feel like the visual was all over the place. Her voice is amazing. She looks amazing in this video. They did a really good job, but I feel like it's a little all over the place with her looks. And I kind of wish they settled a little bit more on like elegant, sexy, elegant, high end, like on one end of that spectrum. Kind of how like Hyuna does in certain things, where like in certain videos she's just super elegant, or she's just super gritty, fucking like ratchet. Bitchy, ratchet ass shit. And like you kind of love those things from Hyuna. This just feels like they weren't really sure what to settle on.
Yeah.
But I still like it, and I really like her voice, so I definitely want to hear more things.
Yeah, I think there's definitely, it's hard because there's definitely an uncertainty with a not necessarily big time successful group member.
Yeah.
Going solo, so you're not sure exactly what is going to work. Well, you don't know because nothing has worked. So, like, you don't know what is going to be the definition of the comeback of their solo career, or what will define it, what will set it apart. So, yeah. But you kind of like, yeah, I definitely understand that. Like, hey, you wish they would pick a look. Like there was a clear vision. There was a more clear vision. I think maybe less throwing things at the wall and more of like a clear path and vision. Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. But yeah, good luck to Youngri. She's talented and funny and cool. Especially when you see her on like variety shows and stuff. But last but not least, another person that I'm rooting for, Holland, came out with their second track, called "I'm Not Afraid." Of course, Holland debuted a little while back. The big thing, of course, and just putting it out there, the big thing about that is notable about Holland and has been since his debut is that he is possibly the first openly gay K-pop, I guess, idol or K-pop performer. There have been, openly gay male. There has been Hadisu, which was the first openly transsexual woman. But like he's unique in that regard. I would say his debut was sort of okay musically. I mean, it was great to see that he debuted and did a song, but I'm pretty sure I didn't feature it because as a song, it was kind of just eh. Yeah. Whereas this one, actually, I like a lot better. It's definitely still vibey. It has a nice...
Yeah, there's definitely a soul vibe, right? Like, it's a very soulish vibe. Like, I wasn't sure how I felt about it, like, the first listen through. I definitely picked up on that he has a really good voice.
Yeah.
And they definitely go for a very kind of almost shocking visual, like, of like, but I don't know if it's that shocking anymore in the grand scheme. In the micro, it definitely is.
In Korea, it definitely is. I think still.
Yeah, in Korea, it definitely is.
But like,
but
yeah.
I think once you get, I think you have to do that to get people over a hurdle, right? Like
Yeah.
you got to pull people up over this fucking hill. And then once you do that, I think you can do some really more fun, cool, creative kind of tracks, some more cool, established kind of K-pop style tracks, and then just go from there. Because he has an amazing voice, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I would love to see like Groovy produce something for him, or even like work with like AOMG producers or something like that. Just like I would love to just see that creativity push rather than kind of a meh track with strong visual. Because I'd rather have the showcase of music than the visual, but I understand why. Like I understand why you have to do it. I understand why you feel like you need to do it, and I'm totally there with you. But I'm always like, yo, kill him with your fucking music, dude. Just kill him with the fucking music.
Yeah.
And no matter what, then they have nothing. There's nothing they can say except for complain about the visual. But if you kill them with the fucking music so hard that people can't deny how good the music is, you win.
Yeah.
You just win.
I know that his album was supposed to have some nice features, like his full album. But there's no word yet. I don't know if it's when it's set to come out.
Okay.
I think that was
maybe that'll be another. We're supposed to do the BTS album, which I'm going to pick up later this week. So hopefully we'll have time. We could do the BTS album. And then maybe that'll be another one we'll look out for after we get some time to do BTS.
Yeah, because there was going to be some interest. There were going to be some interesting, like, if I remember correctly, because I could be wrong. Like, it was like something I saw somewhere, like Holland, and then there's like these like interesting features. But but we'll look out for that. All the best to Holland, because amazing voice. The debut was okay. This song I like a lot better. I think there's definitely a lot of room for him to grow. He's going to come out with a new track soon where he says, "I'm so afraid." So look out for that track coming up. Interesting counterpoint.
I mean, he's doing this. He's doing the kind of tell your life story kind of thing. You know what I mean? Which a lot of people say is a strong sense to get people to understand who you are, and then you give them really good just music.
Aesthetic.
And I kind of agree with that path as an artist, right? You let people know who you are through your music, and then you just let them know your music. So it's definitely that. And I think for me and you, we kind of more have this sense where we're like, when you kind of get into music, you can pick up pieces of people really a lot faster.
Yeah.
You can definitely, like, if you go back and watch our early episodes, we're just K-pop fans. But now we have this sense of what K-pop is, of what K-pop artists are. We know how the machine works. We know how genuine artists work. We know how machine-grown artists work. So there's always just this sense of like, when we go track to track, and sometimes you'll hear us say, "I just want to hear them." It's us complaining about the machine being over a really good artist, you know. So like, there's all these things that you pick up on. So definitely with Holland, great sound. I love that fucking voice. I just want to hear you use it. So much more.
Yeah. So look forward to more. We'll keep an eye out on Holland. But that being said, we're gonna transition over to our headline segment. Talk about some topical topics, things going on. So join us.
Get it.
Let's get it. Yeet. Let's get it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our headline segment where we talk about some things that are going on in the world of East Asian pop culture. Still don't know what I'm supposed to use this thing I got with the BTS album for. It's like, I think it's like it's not a bookmark. It's just like a stand where they could. I think you
just put it on your nightstand at night and you go to sleep looking at it.
Yeah, because they are kind of like just. They're kind of just like putting their heads on their hand, like,
yeah, just that's exactly what it's for. You go to sleep at night, and you're like, oh, BTS. Oh. It's the last thing you're supposed to see.
I can't say I wouldn't. I can't say I would hate to do that. That's for sure. But yeah, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's get it in.
All right.
Yeah. All right. First up, this is just kind of an interesting, like business move headline. Not a huge thing to talk about, but it's interesting to kind of see a big step. Amber of FX, Amber Lulu of FX, has signed with Steel Wool Entertainment. K-pop star Amber Lulu is back stateside for a while with a brand new contract and career path. The Chinese-American FX member and singer-songwriter recently confirmed in an interview with Forbes that she is looking to pursue a career in the United States and that she has signed with Steel Wool Entertainment. Steel Wool is headed by Ken Morrow, formerly of Live Nation House of Blues.
Here's my thing about this. This is definitely written by somebody who was handed a lot of this information.
Yeah.
One, just so we don't because there's so much shit in here that just doesn't need to be. Go read the article if you want, but the big things is one, if you've been paying attention as we have, Amber's been fucking killing it. She's been killing it on Instagram. Her fucking social media is fucking blowing up because she's just been putting in work. She put her head down for a good 6 months after she really, really, really got away from SM and just banged out tracks after she gave them what was owed. You know what I mean? I think that last album and those last few tracks where she had SM production were what she owed them. And it was boom, you got that, great. And then she just fucking hit the ground running from there. She kind of put her head down, put together a little team, put together this whole shit, and dropped some tracks. Did I love all of them? No. But they were there, and they were fucking amazing, and they kept her in the mythos, you know what I mean? Rather than just disappearing, going from label to label, shopping her music, shopping her sound. She literally was just yo, I'm going to keep giving you motherfuckers that love me the sound that you want to hear from me. And that's what she did. And that right there, that I'm not going to say that's a signature in the Jay Park book, but that's part of the, you know what I mean? That's in the Jay Park playbook. And I just think it was fucking dope. Now that she's going to have more money to play with, hopefully they really just kind of write her a check and are just yo, go do your fucking thing, because that's what you're already doing. I just hope she's able to really, really consolidate down the sound and just put shit out. I hope they just give her free fucking reign, because if they do, she's just gonna kill it. She has such an ingrown fan base now from all the moves that she's made, and it's just gonna blow up for her. She's not gonna be the biggest fucking star, obviously, just because right now Asian-faced music still doesn't play that well. And she's definitely gonna be a very different appeal than what a lot of people are used to, but she has such a big built-in fan base that everybody's gonna fucking love it.
Yeah, she's also one of the best humans, so just in general. So so she has a lot of that going for her. For as much as that helps in this industry. But I mean, hopefully I'm also I'm gonna also include the Forbes interview, so you can see her talk about what you think, how her approach to music and things like that, and see them discuss those things.
Yeah.
So hopefully this spells good things for Amber, because I mean, I didn't love everything about the Rogue Rouge mixtape. Musically, it was wasn't necessarily all my thing, but I love that it exists. I love that she went out there and just did her thing, and and I'm hoping that she continues that good trajectory, and I've been kind of getting a very excited at all the little signs of people gaining their freedom. People in K-pop getting their freedom and realizing, oh, there's more than one way to succeed in music. And I can blaze my own path and I can do my own trail. Things like going on SoundCloud and things like that. And there's Beckett of 15 and joining a band, like having a SoundCloud for that. Apparently they're coming out with an album and stuff like that, and other artists. So I'm looking forward to that. Especially other people kind of throwing middle fingers and saying goodbye to their old label. Particular CL. CL's reply to an Instagram fuels speculation that she's leaving YG Entertainment. There's a trio of articles talking about all these different things that CL has been doing on Instagram that very obviously make it very obvious that she's done with YG, like just emotionally. Whether she's actually done with them from a legal and contractual standpoint, in her heart and in her mind, she's done with him and done with them, because she's it's just like. It's very, very, very making it obvious. Like she's commenting on. Well,
like, she's replying to like fan comments. Replying to fan comments that ask if she's leaving and stuff like that. Some of the more direct ones are like, "Oh, don't leave. You're one of the best," and shit. And she's like, "Well, no, there's a lot of great artists representing YG. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to worry about me representing YG." And I think it's just kind of a thing where if you really look at it, once again, let's go back to two people. Well, one person we very specifically discussed, and another person, right? Amber paid her contractual dues to SM, right? And we talked about that struggle, right? And she smiled and did her shit while she was supposed to, and then as soon as she could, she hit the ground running, started putting out tracks, started doing all this shit, right? You have Jay Park, who's just been quietly making waves in America. Like, let's take it back to fucking South by Southwest after South by Southwest of Jay Park showing up. You know what I mean? Like, and in the weird way being a headliner, right? And probably using that to make a lot of moves and make a lot of waves, meet a lot of artists who were on the come up at those times, who are now big artists in hip hop and R&B and shit like that, right? And now Jay Park in the Jay Park Playbook is now probably using those connections that he made to then also play up, oh, now I have the freedom to do more shit in America, right? So YG was supposed to support this whole big push of putting CL in America, right? We lost 2NE1 to this push of CL in America. We almost got mad at CL because of this, right? Like you know what I mean? We had to back up for a second and realize that we love CL. And I think playing on that YG timetable sometimes, no matter who you are, unless you're GD, who I think just has the fucking golden ticket to do whatever the fuck he wants there, so he just plays the game because he's like the golden goose and he can do whatever the fuck he wants, you know what I mean? And he doesn't really have to answer to anyone. I think even for CL, who should also have a golden ticket in that same clout, doesn't, and isn't allowed to do the things. Like, I feel like CL made really good initial play, right? Like we talk about, you don't always like the track, but the track needs to be done. That song with Method Man, right?
Yeah.
That played so fucking well. It was talked about on all the fucking hip hop radio stations. It was all over the fucking internet and shit like that. And then like nothing else came after it. Yeah, right? That play right there, you're supposed to follow that shit up instantly. You know what I mean? And even
if it's not a new song, show up on every TV show, perform it on I don't know, somewhere, do a tour.
106 is 106 in Park still a thing? I don't know.
Probably. I don't know. I don't listen to
but yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to do that, right? Like let's look at let's do the compare and contrast, right? CL is making a lot of play, a lot of noise on Instagram. Even before all this, right? She makes a lot of play, a lot of noise on social media, right? But we still aren't getting the tracks because she's presenting herself as this music artist. She's presenting herself as this person of clout. But the thing that she's gonna live and breathe and die on is music, but we're not getting it. So let's take Jay Park once again, right? We may not like every fucking track. We may not like every fucking feature, but he's making those fucking plays. And then where is he showing up when those things hit the ground running and it's getting some clout and it's getting some virality? He's on the radio. He's on Sway. He's on The Breakfast Club. He's on all these big hip hop radio stations making more noise, getting more clout, getting more attention to what will inevitably be more music, right? And then what do we now have from Jay Park? More music. Like you had these moments with CL, and it's I don't understand like take YG as a person out of it. I don't understand that management of what they do sometimes, because it's like, unless the person theirself, right, which is like Tableau and G Dragon, right, because those are the only two people who seem to just be like, no, it's cool, I got this. Like, unless those people are like, boom, I'm gonna hit the ground running with this, and then here we go again, and then here we go again, and boom. Like, the YG thing is like, boom, there you go. Did you like it? Okay, now wait for 2 years before we do something else, because we gotta analyze this and look at all the numbers and see this and that and this, and you're like, no, just keep putting shit out. Like, the fuck are you doing? Like, you're just dropping the ball. Like, even Amber on a small scale. Like, I don't want to take anything away from Amber, and this is not a slight to Amber. CL should be so much further ahead in this American push than Amber and Jay Park are.
Yeah.
Like, she plays so much more into this current music scene. Like, she would fit so well as a feature artist on so many fucking tracks. Like, she would fit on a Drake track. She would fit on so many people's tracks with her voice and her swagger and her style and shit like that. But she's not there. And those spots are going to end up going to these other Korean artists who are making this push.
Yeah. Like I mean, look at Tiffany. And
yeah.
We haven't talked about her track that just came out because there's no music video, and I don't know. I guess I'm waiting for the music video, but or did we do it? No, I don't think we talked about the track. She just dropped it, Over My Skin, and I like it. It's a really good song. And she's been everywhere. She's been on multiple interviews on Billboard, on a Rolling Stone. She did the puppy interview on BuzzFeed. She's doing live streams on her social media, on her Instagram. She's constantly communicating. She's doing that Over My Skin challenge. You know, she's doing soliciting cover dance cover submissions. So she's engaging back and forth, like getting everyone involved. Like she's pushing it, like and doing a great job, and you know, and keeping people waiting for the music video, which hasn't dropped yet, but people are still anticipating it.
Yeah,
but
like you said, she's doing all these other things that are keeping those eyes on her. That everybody's like, all right, what are you gonna do next? You know what I mean? Like we had that moment with CL where we were like, all right, that track was like we both literally sat here and we were like, all right, the track with Method Man was okay, but wait till you see what she does next. Like, oh, she's gonna fucking, you know, like we were so excited, and then nothing happened. You know what I mean? Like, and then literally, I think because we needed to talk about CL so much, I think you brought up like, oh yeah, she was on Instagram with all like these fashion designers. We're just like, what are we talking about?
God. If it wasn't her friendship with Jeremy Scott, who knows where she'd be doing right now?
Like, oh my God, bro. Like, she should be doing so much more.
As much as I dislike Moschino's, that Moschino line, I don't think any of those clothes look good. Yeah. I appreciate Jeremy Scott keeping her busy, at least.
Yeah. So like, I like if she's angry, bro. I'm with you. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand, bro. Like this is the thing we've been talking about with a lot of Korean music lately. Like so much of it should play so much bigger, and it's just not getting the chance because it's hiding behind these people who want to control every detail. You know what I mean? Like, and the American scene just doesn't play that way. And you're trying to keep these archaic ways that you have of running music labels and artists in Korea and in Japan when you come over to America. And America just doesn't play that way. Like America and Europe, like Europe will wait a little bit. You know what I mean? Like Europe has a little bit more patience than we do, but bro, we don't got the patience, dog. Like you gotta set a fire and then you gotta pour gas on it. So you gotta drop one song and then you gotta drop another song that's gonna just turn it into a blaze. And if you're not doing that, you're gonna fucking lose. Like Jay Park is gonna end up winning so fucking hard, bro.
Yeah.
Like whether you like Jay Park or not, and like I love Jay Park. I love all the bullshit that Jay Park does. I love the ratchet bullshit, like all that shit. Like I don't always super care for it, and I know for you, like you love R&B Jay Park. Like when he just drops a straight out R&B track, like it's killer. But
if I was still in Hope Theater at work, I would still be selling sound bars to Me Like Ya.
Yeah.
You know, when that bass drops, people are like, "Yo, I want to buy that sound bar." Like,
yeah, but you're just gonna lose trying to play the game that same fucking way. You know what I mean? Like BTS learned. Like I think they tried and they failed because their label tried to do it the same way, but they came back that second time around. And they're just doing it right. You know what I mean? Like BTS is more playing to take over the world. You know what I mean? Like I think they've stopped. They've stopped worrying about taking up spots. Like these motherfuckers are playing world domination and not Risk. Like
they're playing 4D chess out there. They just got, you know.
Yeah, they're on another level.
But yeah, I think the biggest thing is ultimately, and I was thinking about it with I was hanging out with a coworker. I have a K-pop friend at work, which is cool. I don't know if she's gonna be listening, but hi, Kat. But I was thinking that it just feels like YG hasn't failed enough to know how to succeed. Like he hasn't just failed enough. Like everything he does just kind of works fine and makes money. Because Blackpink is successful consistently, everything he does. So he failed.
I don't know.
They aren't succeeding. So he sees that they're succeeding fine enough that he doesn't realize how much more they could succeed. That's what I mean. Mm-hmm. Like nothing has failed. Like things, but he just doesn't realize how much more he could succeed. Because nothing is necessary. You know what I
think it is? You know what I boil it down to? It's one of those things where you see success in something, right? Like they're great at putting people together and then you give them the Teddy and Teddy's great at pulling out what makes them sound good. You know what I mean? Like Teddy is a fucking amazing producer, right? Like if they didn't have Teddy, I don't know how much YG wins. But I think they see their success as like, oh shit, you know, this is our success, this is what we did. And I think they see their failures as you guys didn't follow the plan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think they see their success as like, yo, we're fucking geniuses, look at what we did. And then as soon as something does fail, it's you fuck that up. You know what I mean? Like, and it just you can't play that way. Like, it's you can't succeed in 1 second and say, look at what I did in putting this together, and then as soon as it fails, you point fingers. You know what I mean? Because that's what they did with 2NE1. Like, it wasn't 2NE1 that failed. It was not putting out enough music, not marketing them correctly, not allowing them to exist in the mythos long enough that people kept coming back. Like you like, and the same thing is starting to almost happen with Blackpink. Like they're not in the mythos enough between songs where people want to keep coming back. It's just like, oh, this track dropped, great. You don't hear about the in between. I hear about even though I don't pay attention to the K-pop scene, I hear about the in between for groups like Twice and fucking Mamamoo and all these other groups. You know what I mean? Because as soon as a Mamamoo track drops, right, and they've worked out all that shit, you hear about them on a variety show. You hear about them on this. You hear about somebody featuring on this song. Or they're in this ad or things like that. You know what I mean? Like there's all these other things that keep them in the forefront that just exist. And like you try to live and breathe on these one big deals. Like, oh, we got this one makeup label that's going to support all of Blackpink.
Yeah.
You know,
and Blackpink and yet Blackpink are still one of the more well-known groups. Like, if you do any kind of like surveys and you like ask out on the street, or they are still a well-known group, but imagine how much bigger they could be, because they had that doo-doo was a smash hit, like just, on a next level
like
hit.
For me, looking at the internet in the past couple of days of just like looking at things, like people are still banging on old Big Bang tracks. You know what I mean? Like reaction video channels and shit like that, because it just plays so well, because Big Bang is amazing. And then I just think if Big Bang had the ability to run with things like BTS does, like, oh my fucking god, bro. Yeah. We'd be living in a different fucking world if Big Bang had the ability to just run with shit the way that BTS does.
Yeah.
Like we so would.
Yeah. I think I want to say hopefully things work out better, but like hopefully things work out for CL. I think once she kind of can get unshackled, things will be fine. Also, I completely forgot what I was going to say about the Mamamoo track, but now that we're on the doo-doo thing, I want to point out that Blackpink hits you with the doo-doo, but Solar hits you with the brah. I love that part. The fact that she goes brah. I'm like, yeah. She's like, forget that doo-doo. I'm gonna hit you with the brah 5150. What? Straight gangster shit.
All right, so let's talk about something that K-pop is doing for the world. Yes. So this study, well, not study, but this article put together by the BBC News talks about how the globalization of K-pop and K-pop just reaching into so many different markets is causing an uptick in language learning in Korean. So, which I have also noticed because I work in a place that sells language learning tools, and we're starting to get more and more and more Korean language learning tools. And I don't just attest it to K-pop. I think just Korean entertainment in general. K-pop is the biggest percentage of that.
K-pop is the big flashy marquee thing, but there's a lot around.
Yeah, I think dramas and just Korean TV shows play a percentage of that as well.
I think a big thing is food,
but definitely
food and travel.
Yeah. So there's just this big uptick in people wanting to learn Korean, because you always want to be closer to these cultures that you're trying to understand. I know for me, it happened the other way around. Like I kind of started to learn Korean because I was going to be in Korea. Yeah. And then as I got into Korea, and as much as American music was playing there, I started to learn more about K-pop while I was there. And I was like, oh shit. And I came back with this like wanting to just hit the ground running with learning about K-pop and shit like that. So like, it's just definitely it's gonna end up pushing Korean as a language into like, I think like the top 5 in like the next 5 or 6 years.
Hopefully. Yeah, it'd be good. I think it's fun.
I mean, Spanish was gonna be kind of the big dominant ones. But I think French is up there in the top 5. and I forget what the other two are. I like oddly knew what the top 5 languages were one day when we talked about it on DKG Welt, but Mandarin or Chinese is up there definitely. I think that one is pretty locked in too. But I think Korean is gonna like end up pushing out like French and whatever that other weird one is.
Yeah. Top languages. Oh no, to learn. World's most spoken languages. Chinese by a long shot. Let's see. It doesn't even fit in my thing here. Chinese. And then it's Spanish, English, Arabic, Hindi, Bengali, Portuguese, Russian, Japanese, and Landa. It's according to this. World's most spoken languages. So it'll probably get up there with like Japanese and maybe get up there with Japanese and Landa maybe, depending on maybe eventually maybe because this is like big numbers. But yeah. But yeah, it's exciting. It's cool. Like it's cool that people are trying to learn about a culture, and not just writing out "Opa" and "Ani" in Latin in Roman letters, and calling that speaking Korean because he ain't your Opa.
Nani?
Sorry. But yeah, I think it's exciting. I think there's not much else to say. It's just interesting to like. Well, I'll say not exciting, but it's just interesting to kind of like see how much people are learning. And then this is an interesting article about the different, talking about specifically it's centered around University of Toronto and it's their uptick, and then things about how some of the difficulties in learning languages and things like that. But yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. I do find it funny. You shouldn't be surprised that the first picture you see in anything where they're talking about K-pop and they're not a K-pop website is that man's face.
I still fucking I still love him.
Yeah, I love Sai.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
Good dude. Good man.
He's
good artist on YG.
No, wait, no longer on YG. I think he left YG.
Oh shit! Yeah, right.
He got out. He got the fuck out. He got.
Oh shit! So you can put out his own music. Yeah. That's weird. All right. Jesus Christ!
All right. Always appreciate that he debuted with a song called "I Love Sex."
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for us. That brings us to the end of another episode. As you see, my tweet deck. End of another episode of Hallyujuku. Kaz, what's going on in your world?
Yeah. If you are kind of a sports fan, check out Sports Odds and Ends. We just did our World Cup wrap up. We talked about the World Cup. We talked about some hockey news and some other stuff. Right now, for me, the big thing is we're gearing up. Well, for the U.S. Open is coming up, so we'll definitely talk about that. But closer and closer we get to football season, and closer we get to the ridiculousness that will be the new NBA season. It'll be goddamn, there'll be fires in the streets. It'll be the greatest thing ever.
Yes. We look forward to that. Yeah, and then you guys are also talking about a little bit about the Overwatch League deal with Disney, which is crazy. Like I was able to turn on the TV, and switch it to Disney XD at work, and be like, "Here, Overwatch."
Yeah, I'm sticking with this. Esports is going to get bigger and bigger in the next 5 years, and the people who are going to be the pillars need to make their plays now. So ESPN and Disney are trying to make that play. I think Twitch and other streaming services are going to have to make bigger plays. And this is just one of the things that I think is going to be the thing, not even just for esports, or as DJM likes to call them, competitive sports or competitive gaming. I just think it's going to be the landscape of sports in general. You have to make the pillars. One of those pillars you have to live and breathe on is going to be competitive gaming. So if you're not there, you're going to get left behind.
Yeah, and I think they probably still have Evo in there. I think so. I gotta go look at it. But either way, more discussion can be found at sportsoddsands.com if you're interested in discussions like that. Go check it out with the dulcet tones of one JVZ. Will rattle your fucking speakers and your this is voice. But yeah, that's it for another episode. You can of course find him at King Kaz, about.me/King Kaz. I'm at PD Rave. It's funny, I still have those about.me pages. About.me/PD Rave.
Go update them because they've actually made a lot of changes and it looks so much better now. So it's actually usable. Yeah.
I gotta go check it out. But yeah, go check out the things. The show is Hallyujuku, Hallyujuku.com or kpoppodcast.com. It's a fun podcast, so go check out your friends. Rebellic.net for this and other shows, including Record Breakers.
Well, didn't I tell you, don't you know?
We did recently Amorphous. And this week actually is going to be, I believe, I'd have to check, but I believe it is Chromeo this week. So we're going to have a nice little discussion on Chromeo's last album. Or as DJM calls it, Bro Funk. Bro Funk. Yeah, go check it out. Find us where you can find a podcast, subscribe, like, share, do all the things. Until next time, hasta los huevos.
Why, I think you're crazy.
And you fighting.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.